Hi, Sandy Phillips here and welcome to the Property Pipeline Pro podcast, a show about online digital marketing, business growth and personal development. This show is designed to give you the solid marketing foundation every property entrepreneur needs to build a strong business from the perspective of online and digital marketing, to feel in control and live a more focused life. Hi, welcome to this Property Pipeline Pro podcast. Now today I'm going to take a 1,000-foot view of a complete marketing system. This is just to give you an idea of the overall process you need to go through and the order of that process to build a strong, well-ordered, workable marketing system for your business. Now when you get into the marketing of your property business, there will be processes and ideas that pertain only to your business. But in this podcast, I wanted to go through a more holistic view of the overall structure of a property marketing system. Now, don't forget you can access these podcasts through all the usual podcast channels such as YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and Google. So choose your favorite and don't forget to subscribe and follow so you don't miss any of these information-packed, bite-sized marketing pods. So what does an overall marketing system look like and how easy is it to get it all together? Well, the short answer and the honest answer is it may take a while. This is obviously dependent on how dedicated you are to getting it all in place. The good news is that you don't have to do everything all at once. And in fact, you need to break it down into smaller, manageable chunks in order to get them done and also to test what you've done. So I think the best way to look at this is to look at the client journey. This is once a complete marketing system has been put in place, and then look at the steps you need to take to build that system. And the good news is that the system is primarily built in 3 separate parts. And as I say, we're going to look at this from the perspective of the client journey. So the very first part is a consistent social presence. This is where people get to know, like, and trust you. This is all about awareness. It's also the place where you can direct people through to more information about you and your business. The second part is a stable and scalable traffic program. This is all about taking control of a consistent, manageable traffic system. And the third part is a professional online business presence. And here we're talking about your websites, your follow-up and nurture sequences, the campaigns that you put in place, and your online call booking. This is what we call a conversion environment, where we convert site visitors into clients. So a typical client or prospect journey could be the prospect sees a post or a piece of organic or social media content. This could be a Facebook post, YouTube video, an article in LinkedIn, or even a post that links to a blog post. This is what we call organic traffic as opposed to paid media content such as ads. And if you do this well, you'll begin to drive interested parties from this organic or social media content to your websites, which is the third part of this overall structure. That is those websites, or the professional online business presence, and more on that in a while. Now, this sort of traffic is called organic traffic because it comes from unpaid organic media sources. Now, the second part of this overall marketing system is a sustainable and scalable traffic program. Now, what we're talking about here is things such as paid Facebook ads or in-stream ads on YouTube. These are the ads that are played before, during, and after the video when someone watches a YouTube video. Or it could be an outreach marketing strategy through a company. Now, this is something you won't be doing straight away, but is a more sustainable and scalable source of traffic than organic traffic. In other words, you are in control of that traffic. So whatever route you take to get that traffic, whether it's organic or paid, the root of your online presence is your websites. And I say websites as opposed to website because the majority of property investment businesses have 2 distinct fronts to the business. The first, and arguably the most important, is the investor-facing website. This is your main business shopfront. This is the site that attracts and converts those who want to invest with you or your company to get them the return on their investment. Now, this could be focused on your property sourcing business or attracting investors into the development projects that you specialize in. Now, the other site is more of a local or national property buying service with the USP, the unique selling position of speed. Buying property to your specification, usually under market value, and purchasing at speed. This is what we call a motivated seller website. Now, from a marketing point of view, you would typically use paid ads and other paid traffic methods to get targeted site visitors. And the site would be dedicated to just one thing, and that's to convert the site visitor into a lead. Another way to use Facebook ads is to actually capture the leads from within the Facebook platform itself. Those leads can then be pumped into your CRM to trigger follow-up emails to nurture those leads and direct them through to completion. And I'm going to be doing a podcast dedicated to the process, the cost, and the implications of using platforms like Facebook to generate motivated seller leads soon. So keep an eye out for that, because it's one of the reasons why you really need to subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss any of this information. So now you have a basic structure and overall concept of your marketing system and the way a prospect will come to you and your business, which starts with a consistent social presence, moves into sponsored posts on social platform advertising. This is the stable, scalable traffic program. And then ultimately into your sites, where you convert site visitors into captured leads, the professional online business presence. We now need to understand the build process. In other words, what do you start with, and where do all these elements of the overall marketing system fit in? Now, the starting point has to be your conversion environment, your websites and your funnels. If you think about it logically, if you don't have a home on the internet, in other words, a motivated seller site and a professional and credible investor-facing website, where do you send people? What's the point of posting on social media if you've got nowhere to send anybody? What's the point of having a traffic system, again, if you have nowhere to send those people? So whether you're doing social posting or advertising, the end goal is to get people to a source of information. Prospects will want to see some sort of online presence where they can start the interaction, the engagement process with your solution or your business authority site. Now, a typical solution site is a motivated seller site. So whether your target market is a property owner in Burnley or a disgruntled landlord, you need somewhere you can direct them in order to begin that all-important engagement process. An authority site is your property business website that attracts investors or those looking for sourced deals. Once you have your solid, grounded home on the internet, you can then look at ways of driving traffic to those sites. So from a client's point of view, the first protocol would be the social media posting, and then move into ads for a more consistent, controllable and scalable traffic system. But ultimately, it's the website that comes first. Now, don't think you need to put all this in place all at once. Instead, build your holistic marketing system over time, piece by piece, getting each one right and then moving on to the next step. So as you can see, the customer's journey would start with social, then ads, then a website. But your build starts almost the opposite way around. You start with the website or the websites that you need, and then you can start putting in social media and ads to drive traffic to those sites. And really that's the whole system laid out from a 1,000-foot view. Now, I know this may be a lot to take in, especially if you're at the beginning of building your property business. But it's important to build it in the right way and to build it with purpose and be strategic in your approach. So if you want some help getting your property business online, then book a call with me. You can do that online at a time that suits you. I'll stick the link to my appointment scheduler below in the description. I hope that's given you some idea of what you can do and what you should be doing to build your property business up online. You can subscribe and follow on YouTube, Spotify, Apple and Google Podcasts. So until next time, happy property marketing.